Hey everybody, how are we doing for a Monday night? Isn't that great music? I love it. Every week that we get to do that and play that sort of music, it's wonderful. We get to listen to the music that we like because we are in charge. So anyone that wants to come on and present, you can produce your own music and you can produce your own list of songs and you can do all that stuff. I just want you to know that it's available. And everything that we do on a weekly basis is available to those of us that actually control the slides. So here we are, the 10th of February 2020. We're going to run through this process, but I am going to hand over to Ms. Carolyn, who is going to be our host tonight. Carolyn, can you unmute one of your devices?
Is that unmuted? Can you hear me now?
Yep, got both of your devices
okay.
open.
Let's unmute there. Okay, good.
There we go. You got one. No,
yes, thank you. Great music. Thanks, Derek. I've also been listening to the rain, just the magnificent rain that we've had today over the weekend, the last week or so. So from bushfires to rain, it's just, wow, what a country of contrast. So today is Gold Monday, the 10th of February. All of the information on the latest trends and directions on the Karatbars business. Welcome to everyone. Here's our Brains Trust. And Brains Trust, I guess, really means who contributes great ideas. And to Gold Rocks, Derek and I, then we have Brent, we have Amanda, we have Jenny and Doug, we have Brad, we have Dan and Jan, and Graham. So thank you to you all. You have all been instrumental and most appreciated your input and your wisdom. Gold Rocks is sponsored by Vehicle Love Day Lubricants and BJS Urban and Equine Fencing Solutions. We like to change around and promote our sponsors differently, like each week, have a rotation. And this week, Love Day Vehicle Lubricants, that's Jenny and Doug Loveday. And BJS Urban and Equine Fencing Solutions is Brad Saravalli in Adelaide. So if you need any vehicle lubricants or if you need some fencing done, those guys are the guys to talk to. We do like to always stress this. This is our opinion only, and we are expressing our view as affiliates only. And this is definitely not company policy. We don't represent, and that's because we don't represent the company, Karatbars International, but we have filtered down what the company tells us and then hopefully get it out to you as to what it means for each of us. And so we can make the most of it. Karatbars International, this is actually part of their corporate presentation. You'll see there their headquarters in Germany, and they've been around for, it's coming up 8 years, 2011, coming up 9 years later this year. And since then expanded into over 120 countries. Often we hear the number 140 countries and still growing, and 730,000 partners, and the upgraded number we hear for that is over 900,000 partners and growing rapidly. The global offices there you'll see on the map: Hong Kong, Singapore, Dubai, Slovenia, Romania and Spain. I phoned Karatbars International the other night, and quite a well English spoken gentleman answered, and I was asking about a particular question. He said, well, here in Romania, so I knew straight away where he was. IT offices in Germany, Bangladesh and Romania, and more are to be established. This is the founder, Dr. Harold Seiss, founder, CEO of Karatbars International. And he actually has rather a wonderful premise that each of us can link into. I promise you that Carrot Bars and Gold Standard Bank will continue promoting and defending, love the word defending, the financial freedom and security of every human being independently and in a decentralised manner. Now that's in bold, decentralised, meaning it's not under one roof, it's not under one government, and it's supported by a lot of people. Our future is unlimitedly digital. And he's referring there to blockchain. So our mission is to bring pure gold to all people to prevent from debts. And that's probably from German to English. And he's just helping people to get out of debt, to help millions of people find financial freedom and guide people into the digital finance world to be prepared for the future. Combining the best of both worlds, a bright digital future based on a solid foundation of pure gold. 24 carat, 999.9%. Pure gold, because gold has been around for a long time, thousands of years, and it has had a huge attraction to humans, people in general. And one of the reasons is that it's almost undestroyable. You can't hack it, it doesn't rust, you can't sink it. Like with money and getting wet, it doesn't go away, it doesn't deteriorate. And in ancient times, gold was the jewelry of pharaohs and kings and a sign of power and wealth, because gold was durable. Not only is it durable, but it holds its purchasing power. Now these images here, the top of the range Ford T on the left was worth $645, and that's US, back in 1920, so 100 years ago. And a kilo of gold was worth that. So Grandpa could buy the car with either the cash or the gold. Fast forward 100 years, that's a top of the range Ford, $40,000. In Australia, that's US dollars. In Australia, that would be around about $70,000. Really nice vehicle for that. And there's the kilo of gold. So grandson can buy the top of the range Ford with the same amount of gold as Granddad bought the top of the range Ford 100 years ago. That's our fiat currency. Fiat meaning from the government. And it's our paper money, it's printed by the government. And that's its biggest issue, is that because it's printed by the government, actually more can be printed. And more is being printed as we speak. And that's the main reason why you'll see the groceries in the shopping trolleys there are diminishing in size, but for the same amount of spending $20 cash. Because inflation has been 2.2 pretty much each year for the last 20 years, it sounds small and not very important, but it actually accumulates and it compounds. And anyone who's had the pleasure of watching compound interest, there's compound interest there. 2.2 over 20 years becomes 54.2. So that's why we see such a huge decrease in the buying power of the same amount of money. That's what's worrying. So gold doesn't do that. Change some of your money into gold regularly as you can, and save in gold. He who owns gold always has money. And that's coming from the gentleman who was the CEO of the Fed over in America. Cash is on its way out. This was a picture in Amsterdam that Jan and I saw on the hotel desk. They did not accept cash. So it was credit card. And obviously, fast forwarding a couple of years into the future, it'll be digital currencies as well. Carrot Bars produces a range of gold products. So you'll see the 1 gram, the 3 grams, the 6 grams, and then the cash gold over on the right, 0.1, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6. Blockchain now, this year, is what the internet was 20 years ago. And if you were around and you were in business, or you had a job with the government, or you were playing on the edges of new technology, you would have heard the word internet. And now, of course, internet is all around the world and we rely on it so much. So in those 20 years, what they thought might, in a business and the use of the internet might go directly into the internet, it happened. And this is what's happening with blockchain. It's a technology. It's a secure and private way to keep lots and lots of information. Mr. Bitcoin actually trailblazed the way for our cryptocurrency, meaning the gold-backed cryptocurrency provided by Karatbars, because back in 2008, the Bitcoin was invented, and it came on the market for something like 1 cent. I think at the moment it's hit $10,000. So there's been a huge up and down, and people playing in the market, buying Bitcoin, selling Bitcoin, buying something with their Bitcoin. But it actually changed our idea and our whole paradigm of currencies and how to buy something. So since Bitcoin and the other new developed cryptocurrencies, they've started to change our financial world. And in the early days, Bitcoin and the word blockchain were interchangeable, but they're actually not. Blockchain is the technology, Bitcoin is the currency using blockchain. Here's the Karatbars universe. CaratPay is their online platform for cash gold transactions. The cash gold were those notes that you saw up on screen, the 0.1, 0.2, 0.4. That's cash gold. It's developed by Karat Gold and Karatbars. Karat Gold was founded in Singapore just a couple of years ago, and it creates and distributes the cash gold. CaratNet is their own blockchain. So when Karatbars first got their cryptocurrency going, they were using someone else's blockchain. They were paying, it was actually Ethereum, they were paying rent for someone else's blockchain. And they realized, well, one, Bitcoin and Ethereum are slow. They're slow to complete a transaction. So if you were buying a coffee today at 11, but the owner of the coffee shop doesn't get your money till 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, 24 hours later, that's an issue. That's the biggest issue with those early blockchains. And so CaratNet has met that need. It's fast, it's reliable, and it's Karatbars. It's their intellectual property. And then the CaratNet is used for K merchants. It's the complete ecosystem for retailers and consumers. Shopping network, you can actually spend in KBC, which is the Karatbars coin, Bitcoin, which is BTC, and Ethereum, ETH. They're the three most common, well, certainly Bitcoin and ETH are the most common cryptocurrencies in the world, and KBC is on its way up. The WIM laptop uses the blockchain technology for your privacy, your protection, your data. That might mean your bank account details, that might mean your photos, that might mean your address, it might mean any of your personal information on your laptop. If you've ever had your Facebook or your Instagram or your Messenger account hacked and somebody's got into it, then you know that your privacy and your security has been breached and hacked into. The WIM laptop and the K1 Impulse phone protect all your information, your data, your privacy and security by using the blockchain. Pretty much from end to end, it's encrypted. So when you and I talk on the phone or send a document from my WIM laptop to yours, it is protected and no one can hack into it. The CEM stands for Cash Exchange Machine, and that's how you can exchange your cryptocurrencies into actually gold, actual, real, physical gold. And Carrot-Bit is the exchange where cryptos and fiats currencies, so that's the currencies of the governments of the world, are traded and exchanged. So you can buy Bitcoin, you can buy Ethereum, you can buy KBC and trade it from your paper money that you have, either in your wallet or in your bank account, or that your boss has paid you with. CarrotPay is fantastic because it's the online platform developed by Carrot Gold and Karatbars International for the purpose of cash gold transactions. So that means we can send gold from one account to the other, very much like we can send money from one account to another. You can buy, transfer and pay with cash gold. CarrotPay is an app. It can go on your phone and you can pay with it. And that's the vision of having lots and lots of merchants, certainly in Australia, around the world, where they will accept our different currencies, our different money and our gold. So you can open your CarrotPay account for free and get going with that. The Karatbars blockchain technology powers their own ecosystem, and it went live when Jan and I were in Amsterdam back in September. The K1 Impulse phone, the WIM, the K merchants all connect over the CarrotNet blockchain. Remarkable, absolutely fantastic. The merchant partners can choose local currency payouts. If they want to be paid in the local currency in cash, they can select that on the merchant dashboard. They can also choose in any of the other cryptocurrencies or gold. At the moment, there's a minimum 500 USD payouts, or you have to wait for 7 days. So that's an issue that they're working on. The Impulse phone, the CarrotBit, K Merchant, and the cash exchange machines, CarrotPay, are all products, and because they actually have transactions within each of them. There's transaction fees from all the users. And if you think of MasterCard and how MasterCard charges a cut on every transaction, and that's how MasterCard make their money. Same with CarrotPay and all of these transactions here. And the fees represent the sources of income. And that means for you and for me. Imagine the potential and the prospect of the KCB. It's actually KBC now. They have merged those two cryptocurrencies. CarrotBit is our own exchange. And that's how you can exchange your paper money. You know, you can buy or pay in US dollars, you can pay in euros, you can pay in Australian dollars, and buy cash gold. You can buy KBC coin, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. The KBC is more than a cryptocurrency. This is a really interesting statement because it stands for a complete paradigm shift. It's more than Bitcoin ever was, because now there's actually a use for it, and there's a functionality of KBC that Bitcoin took a long time to actually catch up with. The Carrot coin was set records because it raised over $100 million in a very short amount of time. The largest ICO, initial coin offering, that stands for. KBC gold, you'll see there, is the ultimate nest egg. This is the business that Karatbars started with. And the 4 major benefits of a Karatbars account is you can start saving physical gold in small increments. It used to be the rich man's game. Now it's actually available for everyone. And Karatbars International puts you in a position to build a global business from the comfort of your home.
This is a lovely one of yours again.
There are significant tax advantages to owning a home-based business. You can claim tax deductions from a home-based business that you can't claim as an employee. And gold, as we've seen from the purchasing power, is a phenomenal insurance in unstable economic times. It rides the weather of the economy up and down. the tides in and out. This is gold, true gold, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the new members right now, what we suggest is a really simple step-by-step process of register. We suggest register as an affiliate. That means that they can buy gold at wholesale price and they have access to the other income streams. Complete your KYC, that means know your customer. That means your proof of address and your proof of you, proof of person. Buy cash gold. There is a way to do that, and ask any of the active people or your upline how to buy cash gold. You set up auto exchange, and I will go into how to do that. If you can, $1 gram a month. If you can do more, that's great. Check out the multi-packs that suit, and I'll go into them very soon. Multi-packs. The beauty of the multi-packs, and they're quite new, is they add an additional 2 income streams, and we'll cover that very soon. Here are the multi-packs available. They start at €75 per month. If you're not willing to do it every month, then go to the 150. It's a one-time purchase. It gives you bronze status, €150. That's a little bit less than 300 Australian dollars. All the way up to 4,500. So it's increments all the way between 150 and 4,500. The 2 income streams are cash gold and e-points. The e-points are spendable immediately. So if you wanted that €150 pack that we just talked about on the first line, and you have enough e-points, you can buy another bronze pack. You can actually spend the e-points within the system. Why buy a multi-pack? So there's a couple of really good reasons. For the buyer, the multi-packs have e-points that are exchangeable for gold or KBC. And the e-points are spendable immediately once you have enough of product. Anyone, because we've just been talking about KBC and the value there, then swapping e-points to KBC is really good. And swapping e-points into gold, well, that's really good as well. For the seller, slightly different benefits. The cash gold and the e-points are earned from all the packages purchased within your team. And it's down a certain number of levels of sponsorships. And you'll get free gold and e-points for every multi-pack down to a certain level of sponsorship within your team. So that's the incentive for you, the seller, to have buyers buying multi-packs. So the levels of sponsorship, what does that mean? Well, let's go through this. There's you, and you sponsor Kate. So that's one level of sponsorship. Kate sponsors Judy, so that's a second level of sponsorship. You might not know Judy. Judy sponsors Tim, so there's the third level of sponsorship. You probably don't know Tim. Tim sponsors Eve, there's your fourth level of sponsorship. And Eve sponsors Adam, and that's the fifth level of sponsorship. Now, Adam, you pretty definitely don't know Adam. But each of those people who have purchased a multi-pack, you will have earned cash gold and e-points. So the cash gold, obviously, you can use to buy another multi-pack, so you get more e-points, because the e-points are convertible for gold and for KBC. So all of those people there, even if you knew them or not, and Tim might sponsor 5 people, and he might sponsor 1, he might sponsor 5, everyone down, depending on the pack you buy, as to how many levels down you actually receive the free gold and the e-points. So there is those nuances there to understand, but get the fact that once you sell a pack and then that person sells a pack, you are getting free gold as well. And e-points, and the e-points go to KBC or more gold. So the optional gold miner, 75 KBC per week, It is per week. This isn't a month, right? You set it up in CaratBit. And again, you receive cash gold as people in your team, either you've sponsored or they sponsored, so a direct sponsorship, an indirect sponsorship, an indirect, and you're receiving cash gold. Now, if you buy the KBC today, it's less than $35 because of the price of KBC out in the marketplace. Can't buy KBC from the company today, you buy it out in the marketplace with CaratBit. This is where we'll go through, excuse me, this is where we'll go through how they're actually set up auto exchange, because this is a gold savings plan. You'll notice the background there is white. So you need to go into white mode of website. Go to auto and special exchange, because the white website is all about gold. So as you go through the process, there are a number of decisions to make. How often? Your recurring rhythm. Weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Next one is, will you spend a certain amount of money, or do you want to buy a certain amount of weight in gold? So fixed amount is spending a certain amount of money, and gold card means choosing an amount of gold. And once you've worked out how much money you're happy in your budget, then you enter that. And if you want to go with the weight in gold, then it's either 1, 2.5 or 5, and then how many of them do you want? So you can get easily a 5-gram classic card, or you can get 2 of them or 3 of them or 4 of them, whatever your budget is. And then you go through the checkout process. It means that your credit card will be debited for this amount of gold, and gold goes into your account every either weekly, bi-weekly or monthly. That's why this is so good. Set and forget program makes sure that you're in purchasing the gold regularly. Upcoming events. This is so exciting. Learn heaps from the Gold Rocks conference. We've got great speakers. We've got international speakers coming from around the world. And you need to book now. We've actually got incentives, which I'll talk about in a moment. There's the dates. Saturday the 13th, Sunday the 14th at Caloundra Event Centre. Great incentives for booking before the 12th of March. So you've got about a month to be in this current incentive. Go in the draw to win big, and I mean big. And then be there at the event, because there'll be gold giveaways. Tammy Morrison, you've heard us talk about Tammy. Ben and I had lunch with Tammy in Amsterdam. She is our gorgeous female woman upline in America, and she's coming out to spend time with us. Aren't we just so privileged and delighted? Lucky Rico, if you've ever watched any of his webinars and on his YouTube channel, he is on the money. He unpacks what's happening and then gives a logical reason so people can actually follow through. He's got a great mind, and he's all into cryptocurrencies. For me, cryptocurrency is a reasonably new concept, but for him, he's on the money. So again, he'll be a great speaker and worth listening to. There is a special Friday on the 12th of June. There's a lunch. Now it's for 50 people only, because that's how many the restaurant seats. And let me tell you, it is a fantastic restaurant. So the first 50 people who want to be there actually need to book in. Friday night, we're all getting together, and Friday night is your choice of dinner. So we'll let you know where that is. You can rock up, excuse that one, rock up Friday night and choose how much you want to eat or drink, and we'll have a meet and greet, quite informal. Just so you know, our guest speakers will be at these events. So you want to be at these events. Great international speakers. I've covered 2 of them just now. Then the gold training is all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Everyone's welcome, whether you're a seasoned Goldie or you're a newbie. Come along. There'll be something for everyone. besides just mingling with people who are like-minded and want to get ahead and are using the vehicle of gold like you are. Saturday night, we've got a really special night of dinner and entertainment. Again, everyone's welcome. This might be a family member, a spouse who isn't interested in the gold training during the day but might want to come at night. Everyone is welcome. This is a really special event. We've got great entertainment as well. So, to book your ticket, purchase tickets, you need to go to the goldrocks.me, gold as in G-O-L-D, rocks, ROCKS.me/conference. And there you'll find purchase tickets here. So you can, if you purchase the whole weekend, so Friday and the whole weekend, or the whole weekend means all day Saturday, all day Sunday, so 2 days of training. If you purchase either of those before the 12th of March, drum roll please, because you will go in the entry, in a draw. You will have an entry in the draw to win 40,000. Yes, I'll say it again, 40,000 KBC. So buy your tickets as soon as you can, because once the 12th of March is up, that giveaway is done. So there'll be a person. It could be a fortune by then. Absolutely. So a whole weekend ticket, let me say again, is all day Saturday, all day Sunday. So whether you put it with Friday or Saturday night, don't mind. As long as you buy either that first ticket or that second ticket, you'll go into the entry, into the draw for 40,000 KBC. Now, if we swap that into gold, heaven forbid, that would actually be about $40,000. So you could win that, but you need to buy your ticket before the 12th of March. That's the incentive. Fantastic incentive. Caloundra Event Centre, you'll see it there, jam-packed, and because you're going to be there. But please book your accommodation. We'll be staying at Golden Beach because it's reasonably close to Caloundra Event Centre, not far. You can't actually stay in the Caloundra Event Centre, so you need to work out your accommodation and then your travel, whether you walk or bus ride or jump in a car with someone else. So there's the event centre. There's all of that area there, which probably none of that, all of that is within 20 minutes drive. So from Pelican Waters all the way up to Virginia. Book anywhere there and you'll be nice and close. Do it soon. Here's our Gold Rock monthly get-togethers. This is once a month on a Sunday, the third Sunday each month at Centenary Tavern. Address 96 Sumners Road, Sumner. That is in Brisbane, 4074. It's in the western suburbs of Brisbane. Great location, easy to find, lots of parking, nice and safe. It's on pretty much the intersection of a couple of different highways, so it is easy to find. 12 noon, we get there for lunch. And between 1 and 3, we actually have a gold session. Lots of gold info, whether you're a newbie or whether you're an old goldie and you're in Brisbane, then be there. I've also started the Gold Rocks monthly get-togethers down the Gold Coast. So this is on the 4th Sunday each month. So the other one was 3rd Sunday in Brisbane. This is 4th Sunday in the Gold Coast. Lone Star Tavern. It's on the corner of Macquarie Street and Sunshine Boulevard, Mermaid Waters. Again, 12 noon lunch, and then 2 to 3:30 the gold info session. That sounds like a long lunch. Okay, this is more information about that 4th Sunday, because the next one is the 23rd of February. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. We really appreciate your support of Gold Rocks. We hope you book your ticket and get in the draw for all that wonderful KBC as soon as you can. And does anyone have any questions? We actually have seen Brent's photo with the legends of the company. So if you'd like that, make sure you're there. Was Tim's hair real? Yeah. Ah, that's interesting observation. When Brent first bought his 1 gram classic gold, it was under €50, and now it's about 67. So it's certainly, the gold has gone up, keeping it value. Roger, looking forward to seeing you all. Yes, and the Gold Books Conference in June. Love to see you there, Roger and Joe. Any other questions? Looks like we have no questions. So thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Welcome to Gold Rocks. Welcome to the golden beaches of the world, where we shall see you soon. Good night.